Alright, I'm back with another cabinet video. Out of all of the content, all the topics that I discuss and demonstrate, cabinets are by far the most people are most interested in those videos. And today I have something to show you. So what is thermofoil, aka also known as melamine? It is a vinyl. It's usually made out of like a PVC vinyl, and it's a wrap that gets applied to MDF fiberboard doors using heat and glue, and they thermoform it to the door. So they take the melamine or thermofoil, which is a vinyl wrap, and they use heat to get it to and glue to stick it to these MDF doors. So the MDF is a medium density fiberboard, and it's just a fiberboard, so it's not real wood. And they use a contact cement to put it on, and that's where a lot of the issues arise. So a lot of people have been asking, and one of the big topics that nobody seems to really know what to do about is the glue. So I don't know if you'll be able to really see it through the camera, but I wanted to I wanted to show you that if you see this line here in the middle, pretty much the glue is a water-based glue. So if you're trying to get it off, which I don't typically try to get every single bit of the glue off, but people seem to be really concerned about it. So what I used on this was a rag and warm water. You can use a little bit of vinegar if you want. I don't tend to use any other types of chemicals or whatnot on the MDF, just because it's not really made to get wet, and I just don't ever want to create more damage. So basically, if the glue does come off with warm water, hot water, but like I say, I don't go to town scrubbing these things because the fiberboards themselves they're not really technically made to get wet. And if you have this one right here, this fiberboard door is actually in really good shape. A lot of times you'll have a lot of pitting and a lot of texture on the door once you pull the foil wrap off, and there's always a real thin layer of the glue, which a lot of people, like I say, a lot of people seem to be really worried about. But the way I look at it is, think about it. If you go into a house and you're gonna paint the trim in the doors, okay? Well, say they already have oil-based paint on them. Am I going to go through the whole house and strip every single door and remove every little speck of oil-based paint? No. I'm going to degloss it. I'm going to scuff it with the sandpaper, and I'm going to paint it. So you know that latex paint won't stick to oil-based paint. So there is a level of sanding and deglossing that takes place anyway. But I kind of look at these projects in the same sort of sense. Am I going to sit here and try to strip this little bit of glue that's left on here all the way off with abrasive chemicals and tools and risk damaging or causing the overall finish to not look good? Am I gonna do that and cause myself more work by having to patch the door and all these things now? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna clean them up as good as I can with hot, warm water, maybe a little bit of vinegar, maybe a little soap, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna scuff them up with some sandpaper, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna prime these suckers. I'm not worrying about any little bit of glue residue that's stuck to the doors, because it's stuck to the doors. It's like literally not gonna come off. They use a contact cement to apply the, Thermofoil wrap, but the contact cement is a water-based glue, but that stuff's made to like last forever, so it's really, really difficult to get off. But I wanted to go ahead and say that, got a little note here. So damages can happen to the doors, and a lot of people tend to think that maybe water is most of the cause of the damage that happens to the thermofoil doors, but literally it's mostly the cause of the damage on the thermofoil doors are going to be a result of heat. So thermofoil is very heat sensitive. So that's why when I go into the kitchens and people say that they've got their wrap is coming off of their cabinet doors, it's 100% the main problems that they're going to be having is going to be around the dishwasher and the oven and the stove. That's where you're cooking. A lot of steam is being released, heat into the air, moisture. So moisture and heat combination, that's really bad. Now, they're water resistant, but they're not waterproof. So if you get a nick or a puncture, no matter how minute it may be in this thermofoil wrap, that is going to allow moisture and water to, on a molecular level, be able to penetrate in up underneath of this thermofoil, and that will cause the releasing or unsticking of the thermofoil to the MDF. Now, you have this problem in your kitchen and you don't know what to do. Let me tell you, please don't try repairing it on your own. Please. I just want to let you guys know that if you're going to try to repair if your thermofoil's loose, it's coming off around the edges, you can try it, but I'd say 99% of the time you're not going to be successful. Once that thermofoil releases from the door, there is no sticking it back and readhesing it back to the way it was, okay? So this is what happens when people try to do their own repairs. This here is a door of a set of cabinets that I'm working on right now, and somebody, not probably the current homeowners, this was probably something that the homeowners did that owned it previously. They probably did this before they sold it. I'm just guessing. Maybe they went through and they tried to repair the cabinet doors. I never try to place blame on anybody or say that any certain homeowner has done it, because you don't know who's done it. If somebody just recently purchased the house, it probably wasn't them. It was probably to sell, so they just wanted to make it look good, and they use glue to try to re-stick it back down, which doesn't work. I've never seen it work. So when it comes to the glue people are using to try to do their own, fixes and their own repairs on these doors, there's no telling. I've had it before where somebody used super glue, and you can see where they poked a hole in the vinyl wrap and squeezed super glue in there and tried to smush it back on there. Doesn't work, trust me. So all you're gonna do when you're trying to do self repairs on these is you're just gonna cause more damage to the MDF itself. And then if you decide to get your cabinets refinished by somebody like me, then there's going to be a big issue with the finish, with the finished look, because now you have something like this where somebody used who knows what kind of glue, and it's really difficult to get off. So you can heat it. This is how I use the heat gun, and I warm it up. Heat, remember, heat makes it release. So that's how we take them off when we refinish. But then you come to stuff like this and you go, oh wow, this isn't normal. So the wrap came off except for where somebody tried to repair. So I'm honestly thinking about starting to charge more for these just because it's really bad. So, I mean, I'm going to show you. I'm going to heat it. You can only heat it so much and it just starts to melt it. This isn't coming off. I was trying this yesterday, working on this, and I figured this would be a good thing to show you guys since everybody wants to know about these. And you can see here, it's just not coming off. So it's completely stuck on there. So this is going to be fun. So what I do is, I got to take a razor blade now. Let me set this down so I don't knock it over with this, it being hot. All right. So I've come to this now. Somebody has repaired this cabinet door with a glue that's unknown. I've used the heat, it won't come off. So what I'm going to do is take a little razor blade and I'm going to, now I have to try to shave this. Now I have to try to shave this thermofoil vinyl wrap off of the fiberboard door without damaging the door. Some of it has been not too bad and some of it is really bad. So you can see where it's got that edge there, and this is now what I have to do. And there's, on this project here, I got, how many? Well, I've got 4 right here and probably 3 or 4 more out there that I have to do. And I'm trying not to damage the door. And it tends to be like, you want to say, well, maybe it'll be in an inconspicuous area and so then it won't be so noticeable, but it seems like whenever they're doing repairs, they're doing it to the areas that are most used because those are the areas that are going to get the most damage. So you're right in the main area where everybody's going to see it, you know, like if it, so it usually happens, you know, right in a spot where you're going to have a handle or the eye, you know, the eye is going to go to it. It never seems to happen, you know, somewhere where it's not going to make a difference, you know, make that much of a difference. So you can see here how much I'm struggling with it. And so then what you're left with now is a damaged surface. So with a little bit of extra work and a little bit of elbow grease, I can get this shaved down. What I was doing was taking the edge of the razor blade and literally scraping it like this. Tends to kind of scrape off that first thin layer of the glue that's on there. So that's the amount of work that has to go into these doors when people try to do their own repairs. And you can see this one I've already done. And you've got this one where it's so stuck on there. It's a struggle. That came off pretty good. So this could cause, you know, quite a bit of imperfections on the final, on the final finished look. So don't try to do your own repairs. You're better off trying to find a cabinet shop that maybe can, I honestly, I've had a lot of people that contact me that say that they have, that they've tried to find somebody to repair them for them and they never can seem to find someone. I had a gentleman who had a big, nice kitchen, excuse me, and his fiberboard doors were so damaged underneath of the vinyl wrap that every door would have had to been skim coated, the whole thing. You can't just skim coat one little spot and call it good, because then you have a soft spot there and you can see it and the rest is different. That spot will look different than the rest. So if you have to skim, you have to skim the whole thing and sand it. So yeah, it's not, I don't think it's any cheaper to just go ahead and get new doors. I mean, I've heard people say that they got quoted $20,000 to $50,000 to put new doors on and avoid this refinishing process. But I can go, you know, if you get it refinished, a painter like me can go in and refinish, you know, remove the wrap, prep them all, and refinish all of the kitchen doors for a lot more reasonable price. My going rate is about $80 a door. So every single door and drawer face is $80. And that is for removing everything. The boxes get done in-house. Doors get brought back to the shop, sprayed in the booth. And there's a lot of prepping, obviously, as you guys can see, that goes on. So it's a lot of work. And then that also includes the install. And I also apply brand new bumpers to the doors. So the little felt adhesive pads that you put on the cabinet doors that keep them kind of quiet. It keeps them quiet when the doors are shutting, and it helps protect the, you know, the cabinets from being, you know, from banging. So I do that as well. And then it's, you know, from start to finish. So usually a typical cabinet job, if I do between, you know, 35 doors, let's say 30 to 40 doors, is going to run with paint and materials, is going to run somewhere around between $3,000 and $5,000, depending on the door count and, you know, the difficulty level of the project. I myself do not charge extra to remove the thermofoil. I pretty much just do that as a courtesy. If somebody's going to give me the job, then I will go ahead and remove the thermofoil, and I won't charge them for that. I only charge for the refinishing and the in-house work and the shop work. So I hope this answered a few more questions for you guys. I know you want like a lot of cabinet videos all the time, but I have a lot of other things that I do as well. So I try to, whenever I have a tip or something on the cabinets, I try to help you guys out and let you know the struggle and what you know, what I do, and then you guys can make up your own mind what you want to do with your kitchen. But this is the way I do it, and this is professional cabinet refinishing with PainealPainting.com.